In this video, we'll explore 3 options for adding boning for structure in 3D. We're working with a strapless dress that needs additional structure at the seams of the front panels. On the left side of the bodice, we can see the garment is staying up well. On the right side of the bodice, the garment is sliding down. To start, let's make the material we'll use for the added structure. Select any material not in use or clone it. Rename the material hardware. Selecting the Physics button, click the icon to replace Physics. Browse to Miscellaneous and choose Hardware. We'll create pattern pieces for the boning. We can do this in 2 ways. Creating a pattern piece using Insert Rectangle, or use Clone by Offset and Extract. Let's use method 1 for the front seam. We begin by checking the front seam length. We can see the measurement on the right side context view under Actions. We'll create a pattern piece to match this length. Selecting the Insert tool, choose Rectangle. Click and drag to create a rectangle shape. Selecting the shape and under Transformations, unlink the width and height scale. For width, input the width of the casing. For height, input the length of the seam. To stitch the piece to the body, we'll need to create internal lines. Select the edge of each seam. Use Clone by Offset and input a negative value half the width of the piece. Stitch the edges of the new piece to the internal lines. Using our pen tool, we can insert a point on the top edge and make it a corner point. Stitch the top of the piece to the front panels. Let's assign the hardware material. We'll reduce the grid to 0.3 to get a smooth look, and arrange the pattern pieces. Make sure they're on a higher layer than the body. Dressing the pattern piece, we see the structure improvement. Let's use the second method to create a pattern for the side panel. This option is best if the boning does not need to straddle a seam and is on a straight edge. Select the pattern edge and choose Clone by Offset. Input a negative value, the width of the casing. Choose the Insert tool and select Extract. Click twice in the space between the internal line and the pattern edge to create a new piece. We'll use Attach to add the pattern. Assign the hardware material to the pattern. Place the pattern over where it should be attached. With the pattern piece selected, choose Attach. Dressing the garment, we see the effect. We can also move the attachment to the inside of the garment. In some cases, we may need an even stronger support. We can use Wire function to add extra reinforcement. We'll create a wire in DB Admin. Under the Wires tab, we click Add to add a new wire. We can name our wire and add a size. Upload an image of your wire to scale with a DPI of 72. In this example, I'm using a screenshot of the shape of the V front pattern. We can scroll in and out with our mouse scroll wheel. Select the trace icon and click to add a point. Pan by holding space on your keyboard or the center button on your mouse. Use the Move Point, Add Point, or Delete Point options as needed. Save your wire and close DB Admin. Close and reopen VStitcher. Under Insert, choose Wire and select your new wire. This function is most used for bra wires. We only need 1 wire for this application, so we'll cancel the pattern symmetry so only 1 wire sews to the garment. To stitch the wire to the garment, choose the Stitch tool and click from the wire to the garment. If you notice a stitch is flipping, hold Ctrl or Command on your keyboard before clicking to confirm the stitch, or turn on Stitch by Single Direction in your preferences. Dress to see the effect. In this video, we reviewed how to add boning to your garment. For more information, check out our Help Center, support.browseware.com.